Hello everyone, my name is Edidiong Anthony Simeon and I'm the Country Director Nigeria for Aid for Rural Education Access Initiative. In the month of September, AREAi was announced as one of the finalists for the UNESCO Confucius Literacy Prize. I mean, prior to the announcement, walking through all of the steps and processes, it was quite exciting for us to be recognized by a global body such as UNESCO. To me, as a country director, or to us as an organization, that's a testament of the work or the validity and the efficiency of the work that we do in improving foundational skills for refugee children and learners across IDP camps and rural communities. So we were supposed to come to Cameroon because the Literacy Day, which would be the day where the prize would be awarded during the celebration of the International Literacy Day, were to send a representative, and it was a great honor and privilege for me to be representing my organization on such a global stage. Most of the times when traveling, you have to go through all of the hassles of getting a visa, seeking a visa appointment and all of that. But since we were specially invited by UNESCO and even the Cameroon government, so the first thing is I got a diplomatic visa, and so it already reduced the first hassle. It was actually an exciting journey, had a couple of stopovers. For me, it was even quite, would I call it surprising, because growing up from our state, we literally share boundaries with Cameroon, right? My mom would serenade us with stories on how the fish in Cameroon River. Here in the north, we have northerners who share boundaries with Cameroon. So having that level of stopover and a long flight for a country that we feel is just behind us, well, as we all say, it is what it is. Okay, so I got to Cameroon, and the Cameroon government did well in receiving all of us, because we were not the only recipients of the prize. We had an organization from Ghana, we had another organization from Egypt who were also awardees of the Literacy Prize in their respective countries. For the food, I think I was a bit bothered by language and food, because Cameroon is an Anglophone as well as a Francophone country. They acknowledge English and French as their official languages. However, they have more regions that speak French as opposed to English. So sometimes when trying to converse, you might not really understand how important it is to understand someone's language until you go to a strange country. And so in trying to converse, I think those French lessons we picked up from primary and secondary school were a bit helpful, and I actually found some English speaking, or rather bilingual speaking, residents in Cameroon. One of the things I can say is their foods are not necessarily different from what we take in terms of, so I didn't really have much of a culture shock. I could stick to familiar fruits and familiar foods, and as Nigerians, we love pepper. There was always pepper. One of the reasons why Cameroon was chosen as a host country for this year's International Literacy Prize is because the Literacy Day team was focused on promoting multilingual education, and Cameroon has over 250 languages as demonstrated during the opening ceremony of the Literacy Day celebrations. And beyond that, for a country that acknowledges 2 languages as its official language, it's quite interesting, because our fast-track model, which made us recipients of this literacy prize, also promotes multilingual education. We use the mother tongue model of instruction to teach children literacy. And so for me, it was more of an eye-opening experience. Another thing that struck me about this event was while we are focusing so much on literacy, the world has also moved. We have transitioned from not just literacy, even into digital literacy. Gone are the days where we look at literacy as the ability to just read and write. One of the things that the award ceremony and the Literacy Day celebrations also began to celebrate or tilt towards was towards the use of or promoting digital literacy as well. And it's also quite interesting because our fast track does not only promote digital literacy, it also promotes multilingual form of literacy. Another thing I enjoyed about that award ceremony, because it was hosted by UNESCO, it brought together different residents from different countries, both government officials, ambassadors, representatives from different countries such as Egypt, Vietnam, I might not be able to name all of them, Pakistan, France, Austria, some who were recipients of other awards or other literacy awards. And I can say that that's more like a first time of meeting different country residents in one sitting or in one place. And UNESCO being a cultural organization as well, they ensured to emphasize that during the ceremony. One thing that I enjoyed about the opening ceremony or about the Literacy Day Awards was when Cameroon had to showcase the different tribes and cultures in their country. I could easily identify regions that were sharing boundaries with Nigeria due to how they dressed and even some of their languages. So I could identify the northern region, and they also have Hausa and Fulani tribes represented in Cameroon. I could also identify the region that is sharing boundaries with Cross River and Calabar. For me, that was very interesting. By reason of making that trip, it was a 2-day celebration in Cameroon. I was able to network and meet more people from Ghana. I met Roxanne in Cameroon. So I met a lot of people in Cameroon, and for me, that was also exciting. I felt very excited, sincerely speaking. I might not be able to use words to define how excited I was, but I was excited to basically represent my organization on a global stage beyond just traveling. Representing on such a large scale was the highlight for me. Thank you very much, and watch out for more highlights on our international trip. Bye.